Next generation sequencing refers to new technology that makes it possible to not just sequence a single piece of DNA, but to sequence millions of pieces of DNA simultaneously. So when I was a student, I could sequence about 1,000 bases of DNA a day. Today, in 24 hours, I can sequence billions.
The real challenge at that point is what are we going to do about that? Because the technology's here, we're going to be doing it. So going forward, looking into the crystal ball, how can we use all of this information to, again, come back to preventing disease as opposed to treating it?
We're looking at the whole genome and not just what we think is causing the problem. We're finding other things that may affect our health. And so, for example, you might study a patient because of abnormal development in the newborn period, and you end up with a result that says, oh, this person has a predisposition to cancer. And it's now a whole different ball of wax, because now we have to think about how is this going to impact this child? Does this family want to know about this?
Looking forward, we're really thinking about the time when all of that information is somehow integrated into the health care of the individual. That's truly personalized medicine.
We'll all have a genome sequence in our wallet. It'll be on a card. We'll be able to slide it into a card reader, and out will pop all of our disease propensities. So we'll walk into our doctor's office as adults, and they'll slide the card in, and the physician will look across you and say, well, here's your chance of colon cancer, here's your chance of Alzheimer's disease, here's your chance of diabetes.
So in one case, there was a child was being studied because of developmental problems, and it was a piece of the genome that was missing, and we found that within that region was a gene that predisposes to a form of cancer. And it turns out her mother also had the same change. In the end, she went and got herself checked, and in fact, they found a small mass that was growing that she can now have removed early, that nobody would have looked for.
It's going to change the face of medicine. For the first time, we can really peer into somebody's cells, peer into their DNA, and understand why are they suffering.
CHOP made a decision that children deserve the very best technologies. So we decided that we would put children at the front of the line in the application of next generation sequencing. We're not waiting for other groups to work it out for adult diseases and then apply that data to children. We want to apply to children first.
So I think there is no better place to move forward the genomic efforts in pediatrics. The scope of the clinical services here and the combination of the physician scientists. We're among a very elite group, and that combined with our dedication to the patients really puts us in a unique and wonderful position.